On to you Virgos out here. Hope y'all having a great day. So look, you have the Knight of Wands, the World, and you Virgos have the Seven of Wands. So for you, okay. Okay, so the Knight of Wands represents you. It may look like somebody else, but it represents you. You Virgos are moving forward with whatever it is that you got to do, and you're not asking for permission. You're not asking for help. You know what I mean? You're not asking other people to help you out. Like I said before, y'all are a zodiac sign that ain't crushing on anybody too, right? You have these crushes or any of that type of stuff. This is more so you Virgos are just realists right now. And because y'all are realists, that means that you basically are not really looking at anybody with rose-colored glasses on. This very much so is a reading about how a lot of you very much so are aware of who you are, aware of where you're from, what you like to do, and overall, just making sure that you're actually taking good care of yourself, because you have the World and the Seven of Wands. Far too often, a lot of you have probably made a lot of setting yourselves back to be in relationships with somebody based upon that fact too. And because of it, a lot of you very much so are aware of how messed up things can essentially become, right? You know the feeling of what happens when you've tried to really give somebody your all and they're not giving you anywhere near the kind of effort at all what it is that you have given to them. So there's a sense of you Virgos are in your zone, right? Because Virgos, sometimes we can be a zodiac sign that can create systems, right, for ourselves, how we choose to actually spend our day. And we could be in the zone like that, and live like that. But sometimes people be trying to get us up on out of the system because they see us doing our thing, but all they end up doing is, ironically, they don't end up becoming a part of the system, right? They don't end up becoming a part of your life or fitting into your life in a way where it doesn't mess up certain routines. All they're trying to do is mess up the routine. And then when there's reconstruction, right? Because they have disrupted the system in that sense, right? Your system. Now it's like they want to leave. They choosy. You understand? They choosy. So they only want to be around when you have a system. But now all of a sudden, right, when you do have a system and you've made them a part of it, that's when they want to disrupt it. And then when it's disrupted, that's when they want to leave and give you a hard time and all of that. Because I've been far too often try to interact with some people and they playing in my face. They think that they think that playing in my face is funny. They think that being goofy is something funny. Being a turncoat is funny. So obviously it's not. Obviously, had to leave that alone. But even with you, when someone is playing in your face, especially when there's no point, the Three of Swords and the Ace of Swords here is Three of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Like I said, just leaving your own broken heart behind. That's something that is ultimately a thing of the past. You Virgos don't have a broken heart anymore. And because of the fact that you don't really have a broken heart, because you're moving forward from the dysfunction that you Virgos have, you have experienced. A lot of people don't know how to take that. A lot of people don't know how to take the fact that, you could be leaving them behind. They don't know how to take that. And then you have the Justice and the Hanged Man. but it's something that needs to be done. The Justice and the Hangman speaks to something that you've waited for. You was telling you was probably trying to tell people this for a very long time, but they didn't want to listen to what you had to say. You know, you Virgo's been telling people for the longest time that, you know, you don't want them to be dysfunctional like this, because there's a part of you where you could be just as cold as Aquarius can be, right? Or a Scorpio can be, where like you don't need these people as much as they're trying to make it seem like you do. And they didn't want to listen. So now you Virgos have enough room to basically do whatever it is that you want. And you set up this system for yourself and everything like that. You know, now things are proving themselves to be true, right? Because plenty of times people think that I'm into them when I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm trying to say that they have toilet paper stuck to their shoe, and then it's like, oh, I already have somebody. I just wanted to let you know that there was toilet paper stuck to your shoe. Oh, really? It's like, oh, thank you. Sometimes they don't even say thank you. So there's a sense of you Virgos not really wanting anybody to be around, in a sense of like romance. Not saying that, how do I say this? You can take it or leave it. You Virgos can date and hang out and have a great time. But if the person acts like they're too good for you, you don't care. You don't care. I don't see that you Virgos care. I see you Virgos really can take it or leave it, because once again, how many times have people shown you to be that they are a nat? They're a bop. You know, they for the streets, pretty much. You know, while proclaiming that they not for the streets. And part of the reason why they had to cheat on you and had to be a bop in the first place was because you wasn't handling your responsibilities. So you not, according to them, not handling your responsibilities, that forced them to be a bop all of a sudden. So then you have the King of Wands and the Six of Swords here. And these two cards right here, right, the King of Wands speaks to, you have the Page of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. Just being a master of where your attention goes. You know, like this is more than just you Virgos getting some people upset that you're not paying attention to them. This is about you Virgos completely reworking your life. This is about you tweaking it, making sure that, you know, only what and who you want to get through to you will get through. And if a person does not make themselves a part of your routine, if they don't work to get into your life, again, you can take it or leave it. You don't care. You know, they have to work to get into your life and not create too much of a disruption where it's like they're breaking up all of these useful systems, right? They're breaking up all these useful systems. And then the next thing you know, it's like now they mad at you that you're unsuccessful, right? Even though they keep breaking up these systems. It's like, nah, they gotta go. So, you know, they have to get right or get left. So let's clarify the Six of Swords. Queen of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Tower, the Seven of Wands, and then you have the Star. So yet again, right, they have to make themselves available to you. They have to actually become a part of your system. You know, they have to fit into your life. I don't ever listen to anybody who talk that nonsense about, well, let's see where it goes. Nah, that's a dub. You're supposed to get into my life and be a part of my system. I ain't got time to be sitting up here playing all these little stupid games with you. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I've been going to the gym and all this other type of stuff without you. Now all of a sudden it's like now you know, everything got to be left up in the air as to where it goes. Nah, you gonna come into my life, you gonna make sense to be here, right? When I look at you, I need to understand why you are here in my life, and it has to make sense. If it don't make sense, you out of my life, long and gone. So the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Wands and the Tower is about that same thing too. Not me. I'm just making a comparison, right? And a person has to come into your life and they have to see the importance of you, why you're here, why they're there, why the two of you came together. Love and spiritual connection and stuff like this. They're not gonna get finances unless they get to that point first. Right? So they better figure it out. And then you have the Seven of Wands and the Star card. If they're coming in, you know, begging, dry begging, expecting to obligate you with doing everything for them, again, you Virgos are just going to X them out. You're just going to stop communicating with them, you know? You know, because love is hard enough for us Virgos as it is, where we'll speak to somebody and person will do everything in the world but actually be a good relationship, significant other to us. You know, they'll do everything in the world but encourage us, have our back, be the type of, you know, significant other that would make us proud to be with them. They will do everything else in the world. They'll stand back and laugh. They will try to degrade us, all types of stuff, embarrass us. They'll be in competition. They'll do all that instead of them just actually be the type of person that we would want to be with in the first place. So let's clarify the Six of Swords. No, oh, my bad. I already did clarify the Six of Swords. Excuse me. Let's clarify the King of Wands. Excuse me. King of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Lovers, the Five of Swords, and then you Virgos have the Two of Swords to clarify. So this is my point, right? The King of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Lovers right here, right, to clarify the King of Wands, really does represent how it's almost like you Virgos are real cold, right? It's almost like a lot of you are just, you know, spiritually detached yourself from just the cries and the woes, right? The selective outrage of what people would have an issue with you on, right? There's more of a sense of you Virgos like, okay, if a person wants to do that, cool, right? But you just not really gonna get caught up. Okay, you're just not really gonna get caught up with that in the first place. And then you have the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords, right? So what these two cards mean here is, and a lot of people gonna have a problem with that because they're not your type, you know? And what I mean when I say that they're not your type, I mean, they're not your type in the sense that they're not good people, right? Like you're, like, they not gonna have your back anyway. And I just see a lot of you Virgos are just having a conversation with the end of conversations when it comes to others. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many ways can people tell you that you're worthless before you as Virgos are like, since you're so worthless, why don't you just stay away from so many people, right? And then when they want help, they come around. It's like, nah, get out of here. But that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I see that a lot of you Virgos are really in a very powerful position, and I see that a lot of you don't necessarily want to share it with anybody because a lot of other people just aren't really worth it, You know, maybe you will share it with some people, you know, your family members or your significant others and everything, if you have them. But, or somebody that you could potentially be just now getting to know for a very brief period of time, if you like them, right? If you like what it is that you're seeing, or like what you have seen. But I just see a lot of you Virgos are just really vigilant right now. A lot of you are not really trying to get yourselves caught up in any kind of nonsense where, you know, you will be super attached to anybody. So that's it though. Trying to get the YouTube channel to over 100K. Leaving comments really do help, as well as liking the video, sharing the video, smashing the subscribe button, the like button, and all of that. And come and get my birth chart readings, the books that I have on Amazon, as well as my merch as well. The link to all of that stuff is in the comment section below, up underneath this video. So go ahead, check that out. Thank you. It keeps the channel running. So appreciate you. Have a good one.